Xiaomi just dropped the new Redmi Note 15 series, and honestly, it's a bit of a crowd. We have the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus 5G, the Note 15 Pro 5G, the regular Note 15 Pro, and even the standard Note 15 5G. But today we are looking at the baby of the family. This is the Redmi Note 15 4G. At just 265,000 naira, this is the most affordable way to get into the new Note series this year. If the design looks familiar, you are right, it's a direct copy paste from last year's Redmi Note 14 Pro. But is being the cheapest a bad thing, or did Xiaomi actually make the best value phone of the bunch? Let's find out. My name is Udi, I talk about tech. Let's shoot. First out of the box is the manual. Who actually still reads these? Then we have a rubber case. I really like this case that Xiaomi includes in their phones. Then the SIM ejector pin, the phone itself, a USB-C cable with those signature orange accents, and then a 33 watts fast charger. And all this will cost you 265,000 naira for the 6GB RAM, 128GB of internal storage. I have the 8GB RAM, 256GB variant here, and it costs 298,000 naira. If I had to describe the Redmi Note 15 in one sentence, it would be
I played these games before!
This feels like a phone from 2025, and you're going to see why. Holding the Redmi Note 15, it looks and feels very much like the Redmi Note 14 Pro from last year. It has a curved display and the back is curved as well. So it's very comfortable to hold. It weighs about 184 grams, and despite being all plastic, the finish is good. It's a matte finish, so smudges won't be a problem. You're also getting IP64 dust and splash resistance. It feels solid, but honestly, I'm not a fan of the design. These individual camera circles don't look nice to me. They should have made it look like the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus that had that glass covering the cameras. That looks much nicer than this in my opinion. Now, the fingerprint scanner is under the display. We also get a hybrid SIM card slot, so you can use this with a memory card. And also we get stereo speakers, and this is what they sound like. The screen is where this phone wins. It's a 6.77-inch AMOLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate, and we get 3200 nits of peak brightness. Typical brightness will be around 800 nits, but it's plenty bright for outdoor use. It was very bright when I was using it under the hot sun. The colors are very punchy thanks to that 12-bit color depth. For content consumption, this is easily one of the best display in this price bracket. And it is a curved display, which I actually prefer. I know most of you prefer flat displays, but I like curves. Also, Xiaomi says that this is protected with high durability glass. And honestly, I just think Xiaomi just used Gorilla Glass 5 on here, but Xiaomi didn't want to mention Gorilla Glass 5 because they don't want to sound outdated. By the way, I'm trying to hit 50,000 subscribers, so if you enjoy videos like this and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you're new here, welcome to udishoots. I review tech like phones, power bank, earbuds, laptops to help you guys make the right buying decisions. So subscribe and also turn on your notifications so that you don't miss the next video. All right. Now, performance. It's running the MediaTek Helio G100-Ultra, but let's be honest, this is kind of like the best processor for this price range. But the MediaTek Helio G200 would have been better, seeing that it has some minor upgrades from the Helio G100 on here, and some other brands have even started using the Helio G200. If you want the MediaTek Helio G200, you have to spend more for the Redmi Note 15 Pro 4G, which I believe is priced around 370,000 naira. Now, the Helio G100 on here is not a gaming beast, but it doesn't lag either. It handles your daily tasks like WhatsApp, Instagram, banking apps, everything. It's very smooth, and you're able to game too on medium graphic settings smoothly. It ships with HyperOS 2 based on Android 15. I have no idea why Xiaomi didn't give us Android 16. All brand new phones from other brands come with Android 16 right out of the box, but Xiaomi does promise 4 years of major OS upgrades, so the Redmi Note 15 here will get updated up to Android 20. Now the UI feels the same. Be prepared to spend 5 minutes deleting pre-installed apps and bloatware that comes with almost every Redmi device. And yes, there are ads on this phone and it's annoying. There is a screen recorder, floating windows is here, memory extension is here, and even second space. But there is a lack of AI features on this phone. Apart from the normal Google Gemini and Circle to Search that is available on almost all other phones. In the Gallery app though, we have the AI eraser to remove objects and reflections from your pictures. Talking about pictures, we have a 108 megapixel main camera and a 2 megapixel depth sensor, and then up front a 20 megapixel selfie camera. The 108 megapixel sensor does a great job in daylight. Let me know what you think of the camera quality. Rate the camera quality out of 10 as you check out these samples. Hey guys, so this is front-facing video from the Redmi Note 15 4G. This is 1080p at 30 fps, which is the highest resolution you can shoot on the Redmi Note 15. There is no 4K resolution, not even 2K resolution, because the processor on this phone can actually handle 2K resolution, but Xiaomi doesn't let you even touch that, which is really what annoys me about Redmi devices and also Samsung devices too. Brands like Techno and Infinix and even Itel will give you the full capability of the processor, but Xiaomi just limits it, and I don't like that at all. When you know that your phone can do better, 1080p is fine, yes, but give us what the phone is actually capable of. But yeah, what do you think of its video quality? It's very sunny, like it has always been. But yeah, what do you think of it? And also the microphone's audio quality. It's windy, but yeah. One of the biggest reasons to choose a Redmi phone over a Samsung is battery. Samsung is not giving you more than 5000 mAh, but the Redmi Note 15 here has a 6000 mAh unit. So even with the screen set to 120Hz and using the phone at high brightness, you can still use this phone for about 1.5 days. So yeah, battery life is very good, and you also get a 33 watt charger in the box, and it takes about 75 minutes to charge from 0 to 100%. But once it's full, you know that you're going to use the phone for a long time, and it even supports 18 watt reverse charging. So what's the final verdict on the baby of the Redmi Note 15 family? Now, if you're looking for the best processor or the latest Android 16 features right out of the box, this might not be it. And honestly, I still wish they had gone with the glass camera housing like on the Redmi Note 14 Pro Plus. But let's look at the facts. For 265,000 naira, you are getting a curved AMOLED display and very good battery. If you can't tell by now, I'm not impressed by the Redmi Note 15. This phone is what the Redmi Note 14 should have been. I don't know, but I feel like Xiaomi is behind in this budget segment. In fact, on my Redmi Note 14 video, I said something similar. Under the hood, the Redmi Note 14 is powered by the MediaTek Helio G100-Ultra chipset. This is the processor that Xiaomi should have used on the Note 13 of last year. It was the processor that other companies were using, but they used an inferior processor. I think that's the Snapdragon 685. And now in 2025, they are now using the Helio G99. And it feels like they are a year too late. The Redmi Note 15 should have Android 16 right out of the box. It should be powered by the MediaTek Helio G200, not the G100. Xiaomi AI features should also be on this phone, not just the Note 15 Pro Plus 5G. The ads, the bloatware, and the 1080p video recording. It's all just annoying to me. But what do you guys think? Is the 6000 mAh battery enough to make you ignore everything else? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video if it helped you out. My name is Udi. This is udishoots. And you'll see me in my next video. See